ahead of the field. The traffic lights are on red. They're to green. Everybody's pushing. Who's going to fire at first? It's Spencer and Lovato and Tony Mang. But a terrible start for Mario Rademeyer. A bad start for Mario Rademeyer. And the leaders hurtling into Crowthorne for the first time. And it looks as though it's Freddie Spencer back in second or third place. Well, a bad start for Mario Rademeyer. The charge through Crowthorne. It's Spencer, in fact, now up into the lead. Spencer taken the lead on the exit from Crowthorne.
Lovato and Mang in second and third places, hounding Spencer all the way on the run down towards Sunset now.
Through Yuksky down towards Sunset. Spencer in the lead. They're coming out of formation, looking for the gaps on the inside.
And Italian Fausto Ricci took third place from Mang. It's Ricci now who tries that strange outside line, breaking late as Lovato goes inside Spencer.
And the riders bobbing and weaving, 5 men battling for the lead up there in the lead, and we'll try and pick out where Mario Rademeyer is. He had a terrible start, and that's a big disappointment, but it's Spencer in the lead. Spencer who leads the charge through the S's at the first time.
And to me that looked like Stefan Mertens up into third place as Lovato once more takes the lead.
Carlos Lovato going back ahead of Spencer, and if it is Stefan Mertens, and it does look like him, that's a tremendous ride by the young Belgian. An excellent ride. Spencer though back in front, he's past Lovato again, and Mang, Tony Mang on the very fast Honda, the red bike there. He's through to third place ahead of Stefan Mertens. It's the end of the first lap.
And Rademeyer's already up into 10th place.
And it's Mang who's made the charge to the front, and Lovato looks for the inside line as well, but can't do it.
Martin Wimmer now made his way up into 5th spot, so that's another charge from the West German on his Yamaha as Mang leads down the drop and then through the rise through the Yuksky sweep.
Mang then out in front, Spencer in second place, Lovato in third spot, and the Honda of Mang bobbing and weaving there. These men riding these motorcycles to the limit. Well, Spencer was second fastest, but when I spoke to Martin Wimmer, the West German, before the race, he told me he'd clocked himself, or his team had clocked Spencer much quicker than the organisers had, quick enough to put him on pole position. And if Spencer can repeat those sort of lap times, he'll win convincingly. Well, he's not putting in those lap times, and he's being pressured now by Carlos Lovato and Tony Mang.
And we can see that Mario Rademeyer is now up into 8th place behind the Pernod of Jean-Francois Bouldet and Martin Wimmer on the Yamaha. There's Mario at the top of the picture.
And Mang pulls in behind Spencer, gets in the slipstream. There's number 3, Lovato. 19 is Spencer. 5, Tony Mang. Number 3, Carlos Lovato. And certainly the Honda of Tony Mang looks a very quick motorcycle. He doesn't go for the inside line this time. He goes around the outside, moves towards the better racing line for Crowthorne, and once again regains the lead. And good news is that Alan Carter on the Donington 100 Honda, he's up into 12th place. So the young British boy also overcoming his rather poor start. Mang in the lead, bike number 5. Freddie Spencer is in second place. Tony Mang is in third spot.
Mang leads now from Spencer and Lovato. It's 2 Hondas leading the Yamaha, 2 Works machines leading the Works Yamaha of Lovato. Then comes the private Yamaha of Mertens, but I think he's just been passed by the Works Honda of Ricci. That's Mertens and Ricci, the Belgian and the Italian, having a dust up.
But the battle we're looking at in picture is Spencer in the sandwich between Tony Mang and Carlos Lovato, 2 very experienced 250cc men. Tony Mang, who made the move up to the 500cc class, found things weren't quite to his liking. He went back to the 250cc series last year. Spencer looks over his shoulder. In 4th place, it is Ricci. You can see bike number 55. There's number 10. That's Jean-Francois Bouldet there. And 27, Mario Rademeyer. He's really got the bit between his teeth. Mario Rademeyer and Spencer trying to force Mang there onto the dirt as they go past the pits and down towards Crowthorne again. And Mang is a very hard man. He won't let Spencer get away with that sort of thing, and he certainly won't be intimidated. Spencer still leads. Mang on bike number 5 is in second place, and Carlos Lovato, number 3, being dropped back just a fraction at the moment. There's the battle for the lead, Spencer and Mang. And Spencer using every inch of the road. Mang is there in second place.
And it's very much a battle of riders here, virtually identical Works Hondas. In front, number 19, Spencer, number 5, Mang.
Spencer in front. Mang pushed back to second spot through the S's. Hard left, hard right, then the rest of the pack steaming through behind them.
And it was Wimmer and Rademeyer there as we watch Spencer in the lead.
So this three-man group pulling away just a little bit, but a tremendous battle going on behind. Spencer looks over his shoulder, so does Mang, so does Lovato, and they can see this five-man battle behind with Martin Wimmer, number 7, at fourth place ahead of Mario Rademeyer, number 27. And Rademeyer looking really good. This boy wants to do so well here. Grimly determined to do well, and he's pulled out of the slipstream of Martin Wimmer. He's got a wheel ahead of Wimmer. 5 laps completed. Martin Wimmer on the inside, bike number 7, and Rademeyer just goes across the front of him, leans across the front wheel of Martin Wimmer, and Mario Rademeyer is up into 4th place. And more news of the British in this race as the fans urge on Mario Rademeyer. Alan Carter is 15th, Gary Knoll 19th, and Neil Mackenzie 20th. As this little group, you could cover it with a blanket. It's an old racing cliche, but it really is true today. Mario Rademeyer pulls out of the slipstream. He passes Carlos Lovato, and I don't think Lovato is going to be very amused about that, Peter.
No, he isn't, but he did exactly what he suggested. He uses Lovato's toe to get a lot closer to Mang.
Lovato looks to the inside line, but has to back off because Rademeyer's gone through. Mario Rademeyer is through into second place. A superb manoeuvre, exactly the same as he did before. And Tony Mang, I'm sure, is now suddenly aware that he's got a very, very serious rival for this second spot.
And that's a great piece of race car from Rademeyer. You see he used the Yamaha to pull himself up behind the Honda, using both bikes to get past them, and his machine is slower than both. Incredible piece of riding.
There's the board. -4 seconds, that's the gap between himself and Freddie Spencer. 16, that tells him how many laps to go. And the gap appears to be getting closer. 3.5 seconds, say the timekeepers. Well, I'm not sure that I'd want to argue with them, but you can perhaps see visibly that Rademeyer is closing. Well, we saw Spencer's bike twitching early on, Peter. Do you think tyre problems are coming into it?
Well, it's difficult to say. Spencer, of course, has concentrated on the 500, and there Mang had a bit of a slide, and he's on the Dunlop tyres, so perhaps everybody's riding their tyres, Michelin and Dunlop, right to the limit. I don't think Spencer's got a particular tyre problem, otherwise we would have seen Rademeyer catch him already. I think he's just trying to pace himself, and we'll be watching his pit boards very closely to see how number 27 here, Mario Rademeyer, is getting closer.
And
he's
the gap
already
is closer.
Yeah.
3.21 seconds, it was 3.5 before. And of course, not just the fact that you're getting closer, but of course the psychological boost, as you can see that gap shrinking. And Rademeyer can see Spencer ahead of him. And as he sees him ahead of him, he'll try harder and harder and harder. There's Rademeyer going through the S's. There is Mang and Lovato, 5 and 3, battling away for 3rd place. And if Tony Mang really thought he was going to be world champion this year, he's going to have to rethink the campaign a little bit, because 3rd in the opening round, if things stay as they are, is not really the result he'd got in mind, and Carlos Lovato won't be happy with 4th place either.
Now, just watching Spencer accelerate onto the start and finish straight here, it looked to me as though he's really sliding the back end, as though he may not have a lot of life left in that tyre, but he certainly doesn't seem to have any problem maintaining enough pace to keep himself ahead of Rademeyer.
And Mang is right with Mario Rademeyer, and Rademeyer's got to quicken the pace. He's been caught napping, whether the signals weren't there, whether Mang suddenly put in a quick spurt, but whatever the reason, we're in a situation where Mario Rademeyer is being caught by Tony Mang.
And Mang has actually caught Rademeyer. He pulls right across the track, so Rademeyer can't get his slipstream and dives past on top speed.
And Spencer just picking his way through very, very carefully. In normal circumstances, he'd be a lot more ruthless, I think, going past these guys. but he's got a comfortable margin. He takes yet another man, but has to ease up, pulled back into single file as it comes up towards Learcop. The blue flag is waved to show these men that they're in the way of a quicker man. Rademeyer behind Tony Mang. This is the final lap of the South African Grand Prix, the 250cc race. It's now or never for Rademeyer. If he's going to do it, 6.3 seconds the gap between the leader Freddie Spencer and Tony Mang. Number 5 there in your picture, who's second. Number 27, Mario Rademeyer, is in third place.
And of course, Rademeyer knows Kyalami so well. He knows where all the bumps are, and when it comes to choosing a different line to get past the tail enders, as we watch Spencer, number 19, in the lead.
Spencer in front. Less than a mile to go now round this Kyalami circuit to start the season in fine style with a victory in this 250cc race. Through the S's now, almost within sight of the checkered flag, but still Learcop to go up the hill now. Then he's got the charge along the long straight with just the kink between him and the finishing line. Tremendous performance by Freddie Spencer. An excellent debut ride for the Rothmans Honda machine. The checkered flag goes out. Spencer is the winner, fast Freddie has won. Who is it going to be in second place? There's a big charge. It looks like Mang.
It is Mang, yes, it's Mang.
Mario Rademeyer has to settle for third place, but what a great ride that was. Freddie Spencer the winner. Tony Mang takes second place. Mario Rademeyer finishes third.